Hey everyone, so Trish here. I am here to teach you a very, very important life skill to have and possess in this day and age, especially the era of the social networking, and that is how to look skinny in pictures. Yes, there are 1,000,001 camera angles and tricks and tips that I'm going to teach you to look skinny in pictures. Every time I post a picture on Instagram or Twitter or Tumblr or Facebook, everyone's like, oh my gosh, Trish, you lost so much weight. And then I come on here in my videos and they're like, oh my gosh, Trish, you lost so much weight. And then they see me in person like, oh damn, she's bigger than I thought she'd be. It's all because I mastered the art of looking skinny in photos. The #1 golden rule of looking skinny in a photo is the high angles. Every fat girl and guy's best friend. The higher the angle, the hotter you look. Yes, as I'm filming this now, my tripod is hiked on up there and the camera is facing down, so I am looking up at you and therefore appearing smaller. Here are some other examples of the high angle in action. The second way to appear thinner in a photo is legs apart and bend forward, such as this photo. By standing with your legs apart, you're creating that thin gap in between your legs. Most of us chubby girls don't have that. Our thighs touch and jiggle, but by having them apart, they look a little firmer and they look like they have a gap. Crazy. The lean forward makes your legs appear smaller, so it makes your chest appear top heavy. It makes your legs look smaller and your hips, so you just look like one hot tamale ready to tip over at any time. The third option is to cross your legs super tight together and put one leg in front of the other, as these photos prove. By crossing one thigh literally on top of the other, it's really just looking like you have two thighs the size of one thigh. It's the illusion of having a small little hip leg area. So by putting one thigh behind the other, you're eliminating one whole thigh. So it looks like you just have one little thigh, which gives the illusion of two being the size of your one. Does that make sense? I hope so. The face pics are your best friend, chubby girls and guys. Yes, try and, focus on the face. Let me just get close here. See how much thinner I look just by looking at my face? These are good for Match.com, Facebook, and Twitter profiles. And all you have to do to get a good face profile picture is 1, stick that chin out. Nobody wants this. Hey, I'm Trish. Stick it out and you've lost 20 pounds instantly. Stick it out, tilt it up, and smile. Oh, and always, always do profile. That looks terrible. Even full frontal without me doing anything is like... It accentuates your jawline and shows a feature from the side. We all have better profiles than face on. Looking at people face on is scary. So from now on, I'm just going to do all my videos like this. Hey guys, it's Trish. One of my favorite Trish signature look skinny pose is hand on hip and jut the leg out. A full frontal leg is like a full frontal face. Not pretty. You look just kind of like a mess, especially if you don't go to the gym, you're going to have no tone. By pushing it to the side, you're showing that you have a kneecap and an ankle, thus making you look thinner. Having your hand on your hip elongates the fat. If I have my hand like this in a picture, fat arm. Hand on hip, toned arm, but not really. If you just have no arms, all you see are some boobs and a face. Perfect. No one wants to see fatty Charlie like this. Supermodel. Posture right, boobs out, arms back. Hide those chicken wings, ladies. And if all else fails, just don't let anyone else in that picture, because if they have no one to compare you to, you're not going to look like a whale next to your little twig of a sister. Yeah, that one hits pretty close to home. As you can tell, I'm the only one in this video. All you have to compare me to is this giant couch, which I look itty bitty in because it's so small. It's so tiny. Also, get a big giant mug, like a Slurpee from 7-Eleven. Just get those like big gulp things. Carry that around, oversized sweater, oversized sunglasses, and you'll look tiny because everything else is so big. It's all about scale, people. Scale it out. And that's pretty much it. We all just lost 10 pounds and we didn't even have to leave our computer chairs. Round of applause for lazy people. Don't worry, y'all. Don't feel ashamed if you actually use these tips and tricks. I do it all the time. It's what we have to do to cope in this world that judges us based on our Twitter aviator or our Instagram of the day. Anyways, I do hope I helped you girls in some way. This video is meant to be silly, but it actually does work. So before anyone says, why don't you just go to a gym and lose weight? That is so easy for you guys to say, but we all want to feel pretty, and if that means taking a few shortcuts in the meantime, then by all means you can do it. Anyways, I love you fishies so much, and until my next video, here are my kissies for my fishies. Mwah! Bye guys.